Alright, we are starting our third row on our textured baby blanket, and we are going to chain up 3, and we are going to then put 2 double crochets into our space. Again, I am actually using, because this is a baby blanket and I want it to be as tight as possible, I'm using a 4mm hook. I'm with a worsted weight 4 yarn. It's loops and threads, soft classic yarn in Rockabye multi. This yarn usually calls for a 5.5. So yeah, it's, as a result, using a 4 makes it much tighter than it's meant to be done. And the best thing about the textured baby blanket is that it doesn't really give you holes. It gives you some, but not a lot. But it's, 3 double, then in the middle one of the set of 3 below is where you put your front post treble. And then the front post treble from row 2, we're going to do 3 double crochets. And then you do another front post treble in the middle of your cluster below. Now we are only on the third row, so we are of course only getting very little done at this point, but again, 3 double crochets, and these are all American double crochets. And chain 2, then 3 doubles. We're in that corner now. Then we do our treble into the middle of that cluster below, and then we do a cluster into the top of the treble. Now you still do get holes, but they are much smaller than a regular granny square, and people seem to be less worried about little fingers and toes getting caught. I personally, when it came to my kids, thought that the larger the holes, the less likely things were to get caught, because they might hook, because they would go through, but they would not get caught. But apparently the current trend is to go smaller so that they can't even go into. So, but this is for a friend, an online friend, who is having twins, and they didn't ask or anything. I just really felt like, they were having twins. They've been having a hard time. They needed something to make sure that their kids felt just kindness from, even if it is from somebody who they've only met online. So, hopefully, having this will remind them that there are kind people in the world and that we care about them. Again, this is a friend I have online. I've never actually met this person in person. I only know them online. But there's something about them that I just felt, they need to be reminded that as a even online friends can care about you and you're important to them. And your new babies are important to them. And I mean, yeah, usually I'm on here trying to sell, kind of backhandedly mentioning the fact that my website's in the description and to please visit it, and if you want anything, I can of course put something on there for you to buy, but that's the only place I'm selling things through currently. Um, and that is, a perfectly legitimate social media platforms, but I also want to remind people out there that do, you know, handicrafts and stuff that, it never hurts to just be kind to somebody. It never hurts to make something for somebody because in your heart you feel they need it. I'm not at all a religious person, so I'm not going to say, "Oh, God led me to it." No, they're a religious person. They would. My friend's a religious person. They seem like they'd be the type that said, "God led me to it." And, I just feel being a kind person led me to it. If they say that's because their God told me to, well, hey, good on that God. Any deity that wants to encourage kindness out there, I'm all for. As long as they're not messing in my life too much. Because I've got my own code of kindness, and it's be kind to everybody. So, well, that's my third row. And I think that's going to be all for this video. Thank you all for coming to Crafted by Kitten's Little Crochet along. Well, no. We'll keep going. We're going to do row 4. So again, up 3, so we got our 3 doubles, because our chain 3 makes 3. Ah. Still doing our 3 doubles into the tops of the treble crochet from the row below, and a front post treble into the middle of our 3 doubles from below. we're just going to continue. Yeah, we are going to stop for now. I'm going to say goodbye. And when you get, I'll see you. Just continue around with your three, treble, three, treble, three, treble, three. Always chaining two at your corners. It gets two doubles, and we will meet back at the end of our row. See you next time.